What's good? Zay back in the building, man. Back in the building, back with another video for y'all, man. And today we are reacting to a motivational video. Y'all know I like to do my motivational videos alongside any other videos, alongside any funny content or risen content, e-dates, whatever. Yo, this is a motivational video, so lock in. Get your pen and paper, take your notes like I always say. We're about to hop right into this. Let's get it, let's go. David Goggins, the legend.
Ever going to get to the other side of this journey is you have got to suffer to grow. To grow, you must suffer. Some people will get it, some people won't.
That you have to do those things. You have to suffer, you have to live in it, you have to be comfortable in it. Because if I just think, well, tomorrow I'm just gonna coast and eat Twinkies and watch TV. Oh, hello sadness, my old friend. Hello depression. Because when you're not doing anything, you feel like shit. And that's just part of being a human being. And we can pretend that we're something other than what we really are. And we can pretend, nah, me, man, I'm just cool, just chilling, doing nothing. Bullshit.
It takes more effort to start in the beginning. And more people are right about the fact, they're like, hey, you're not gonna hit it big. And guess what, a month in, you're not. But they're only measuring on months. And at 6 months, you're also not gonna have hit it big yet. And they're gonna be like, I'm still fucking right. And at a year, you're still not gonna have hit it big. And they'll still be fucking right. And every day that you haven't hit it, they're gonna feel like they were right. But they're wrong. Because they're measuring in days and you're measuring in decades.
You stay in your comfort zone, that's where you will fail. You will fail in your comfort zone. Success is not a comfortable procedure. It is a very uncomfortable thing to attempt. So you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever want to be successful.
We need adversity, we need difficulty, we need struggle. You need a weight to carry. And if you don't have any of this, you do not get your character tested. You do not advance in your own perception of who you are in this world and how you engage with all the other people around.
I want to see that guy who immersed himself in fucking hell. And he thought about quitting and leaving and his wife and his kids. And why am I here? Is it worth it? All this crazy shit? And still said and found out a way to get through it. So basically, that's the bottom line of it all. We all want to read about how we can quickly get somewhere. That's why the 6-minute abs and all this other shit is so powerful. You may get some results from it, but they're not permanent. Your life was basically the perfect grounds for training for where you need to go in your life. All the beatings, all the bullying, all the you going through learning disabilities, all the struggles. It was the absolute perfect training ground for you to go to where you need to go. And that's how I started looking at my life versus woe is me, poopy pants, kick a rock down the street mentality. It was, nah, God just hooked you right the fuck up.
I didn't get here doing everything that I love. I did a fuckload of shit I hate. And I did it for a very long period of time. And I did not have anyone to root me on. And in fact, I had many people who were actively trying to destroy my path and tell me why it was a terrible idea.
You have to suffer. You have to make that a tattoo on your fucking brain so when that hard time comes again, you don't forget it.
That's why losing in life is so important. Whether it's getting dumped, getting fired, losing a game, loss. Those feelings where things didn't work out your way, that's important because it lets you know this is the bad feeling that comes when it goes wrong and you improve, and then it makes the good feelings of victory all the better.
You want to be ordinary? You ain't even got to listen to me. Just go on about your business. If you think ordinary's cool, ain't no problem. It's some really, really wonderful ordinary people. But if you are sitting in this room and you have extraordinary aspirations, then you're going to have to do extra. You put extra on top of ordinary and you come up with extraordinary. It's no other way. You have to decide if you're willing to do the things to put you in that category. Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life. It ain't but 24 hours in a day. You cannot be sleep 8 hours a day. You can't live in LA and wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 11 o'clock on the East Coast. The stock market been open 2 hours. They already making decisions about your life and your ass was sleep.
Grammarly now uses AI to help you write, not just revise. Type a prompt and generate a...
I can't catch a break, guys.
Yeah.
Get them the fuck away from me. I can't be around those guys. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't buy it. Because everybody has bad breaks.
Yeah.
I've had a shit ton of bad breaks. But you know what I did? I stayed up.
Yeah.
And I thought through it. And I figured out what the fuck I did wrong. And then I went back. It's like, I fucked up everything I've ever done 100 times. There's no other way to do it. And I've had a bunch of shitty breaks. Everybody has. But you got to realize when you have those shitty breaks what that is. It's an opportunity for you to reassess, reboot, get better, figure out another way, find another way through. It's just little challenges.
People don't get it. There's great joy in the grind. Great joy in the suffering. It totally cleanses your body out, man, of any kind of hate. Makes you grow up. And I realize that life isn't fucking fair. It's not fair. And you better figure out some tools and some ways to stop feeling sorry for yourself, because no one is coming to rescue you. No one feels sorry for you.
There's so much opportunity on the other side of being willing to persist for an extended period of time on the correct path without getting positive reinforcement from your environment. And the longer you can stick with something without that positive feedback loop in terms of the big external thing, the easier the opportunities are, because so few people can pursue them.
Difficult things make regular life less difficult. And that sounds so simplistic, but particularly physically difficult things. Because when you do things that are physically difficult, the strain of making yourself do those things, it's very valuable. It's not just valuable like exercise and fitness and martial arts and running and whatever you're doing that's really difficult. It's not just valuable in terms of like health and the way you look, but it's also valuable for your mind. Bro, you gotta fucking stop. You gotta stop with all this I can't catch a break bullshit. All the time you're complaining, you could be instead hustling. You could be instead chasing your dream. You could be instead figuring out what you're doing wrong, trying to improve certain aspects of your life, getting your shit together, reading a book, meditating, something. Fucking something.
Several people live to be 100 years old, and they have great lives, and they have great kids. Their kids go to college and all sorts of stuff. But somewhere in their life, there was a point where they had a decision to make. They can go left or right on this path. Left was the easy route. Right was the hard route. A lot of people take the easy route. And they had a good life that way, but the better life was going to the right side. And you may have 20 years of pain and suffering to get past it, but a lot of us die never truly starting our journey. You're waking up every morning by yourself, and you're fucking getting after it by yourself, and it's the hidden work. People see a 1 minute video of me running and shit, and like these fighters, they see during the fight or after the fight. They don't see these motherfuckers, man, what they deal with every fucking day. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here. Because every day, even though they're fucking the best in the world, that little motherfucker at 7 or 8 years old is still in there saying, "Oh man, we don't have something. We're not good enough. We shouldn't be here."
You're going to lose sleep. You'll doubt whether it'll work. You'll stress to make ends meet. You won't finish your to-do list. You'll wonder whether you made the right call and have no way to know for years. This is what hard feels like, and that's okay. Everything worth doing is hard, and the more worth doing it is, the harder it is. The greater the payoff, the greater the hardship. If it's hard, good. It means no one else will do it. More for you.
I make myself do things that are very uncomfortable, that I don't want to do. And by doing that, I develop this strength and perseverance. And some people hear that and they're like, "I don't even want to do that. I don't want to take a fucking nap. You're exhausting me." I'm like, "I'm not you. I don't want to do that." And they just like, it takes them away from that. And I'm like, "You don't even have to do that. Just go for a fucking walk every day." It sounds like it's easy to do, but there's when that walk comes and you look at your clock, oh, it's 8 o'clock, time to go for that walk. You're like, "I don't want to walk. I'll just rather play video games. I don't want to walk. I'd rather like read emails. I don't want to walk. I'd rather like scroll through TikTok." But if you just force yourself to go for that fucking walk every day, you will develop mental perseverance. You will develop some tenacity. You'll develop the ability to force yourself into work.
I'm gonna talk after. I'm gonna let the video play and I'm gonna talk after.
In life, we all go through different things. Sometimes your girlfriend or boyfriend breaks up with you. Guess what? Get the fuck over it. They no longer want you. Maybe you failed a test in school. You worked your ass off. Guess what? You failed the fucking test. Get over it. Move past it. Learn to not let life hijack your brain. At work, you've been working your ass off for that new promotion. You don't fucking get it. Someone else does. Maybe they kiss better ass than you do. Guess what? Get over it. Life will hijack your mind if you let it. Don't allow all these things to make you a lesser person. You must own your mind. Don't let life own yours. And every day you fucking fight not wanting to get up. And you do anyway. You chip another piece off that fucking rock. And every day you fucking eat the right foods. And every day you go to train. You train harder and harder and harder and harder. And you get up earlier. And all these things you do to start forming yourself. You're chipping another fucking piece of that rock up. Before you know it, you have this beautiful fucking piece of artwork that you built.
In everybody's journey, where they are so different because they've started to do new things that they no longer fit in with their old set of friends, but they're not sufficiently developed that they've gained their new set of friends, and they're unsure. Should I go back? Should I lean back into getting a bag in with the boys on a weekend? Is that the highest, way that I can live my life passion forward? Because that's what everybody else does. And all of my friends are taking the piss. Oh, not drinking again. Too good for us, are we? Not going out again this week. Oh, okay, well, enjoy staying in home and reading. Fucking nerd. So you're going to feel the pain of being ostracized from the group of friends that you used to have. But you're stuck in this messy middle where you haven't yet worked out who you are on the other side of this. And that lonely chapter that's in the middle is something that I would say almost nobody that I've ever met who has gone from a place where they are to a place where they want to be hasn't gone through.
You can't just go through life just showing up, eating, sleeping, and going to sleep. You're going to get depressed. Your organism, the human organism, needs problem solving. It needs complex problems. It needs stress. It needs some sort of difficult thing you have to overcome. And through that, you relax. You can't just have happiness all day.
Alright, y'all, that's the end of that video. I'm gonna give my thoughts now. Yeah, everything they said is facts, man. Everything they said is facts. You have to go through trials in life. There's tiers to this life. There's tiers, there's levels to life. Everything that you unlock in life is going to elevate you. So, for instance, when you start as a child, right? You first start crawling. You know what I mean? But before all that, your parents try to get you to, mimic. So you start listening to sounds. They try to start getting you say dad or mom or mommy or daddy. They try to get you to say, those words. And then once you start saying it, then you start learning how to talk. You start learning how to mimic. You start learning how to copy. And after that, you start learning how to crawl. After you start crawling, you start learning how to walk. After you start walking, you start learning how to run. Then you keep growing and growing in life. You start learning how to read, write, count. You know what I mean? You start learning how to problem solve. You start learning how to get over obstacles. You know what I mean? Everything you learn in life is an elevation. So you have to be always in a mindset of more. You should be in an achieving mindset. You know what I mean? Now, if you're content with where you are, then that's great. You've done what you needed to do in life. But if not, you have to put yourself in a situation where you're not comfortable. You can't constantly be in the same space, basically. You can't be in the same space in order to achieve what you want in life. You know what I mean? If you always in the same space all the time, you're gonna be achieving the same stuff. You're gonna be around the same people, same situations. You're gonna run into the same issues, same problems. You know what I mean? So you have to put yourself in a space of new stuff that I haven't tried, stuff that I haven't learned, so you can learn more. then you should always want to try more. And necessarily, you don't have to suffer. Suffer is a negative. That's sort of a negative connotation. We think of suffering, we think of somebody like homeless, somebody that, you know, is not working, they're struggling. You're struggling, you're suffering. You don't have to suffer to grow. You have to put yourself in situations that's uncomfortable to grow. You have to put yourself in situations where you have to learn and take time to grow. And teach yourself to grow in whatever aspect and whatever you want to do in life. You know what I mean? You have to. Like I said, you start crawling, you start walking, and you start running. But all of that is uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. But you don't have that mindset when you're a kid, because when you're a kid, you're just so ambitious and you're so free thinking and free will that you're just going. You're living life with no judgment. So you don't care if you fall after you crawling. You don't care if you fall after you're walking for the first time. You get right back up. You know what I mean? And if you're crying, your parents gonna elevate you. They're gonna give you that courage and that determination to get right back up and keep trying to walk. Keep trying to run. Keep learning. Keep striving for yourself. And that's why you have to have a great support system as well in life, in order to grow and really reach the heights that you want to reach. But you have to believe in yourself. Once you get to a certain point in life, you got to believe in yourself first, because you live your own path. You live your own life. You carve out your own way. You go through your own obstacles. You go through your own trials. Once you in that adult tier, you go through your own trials. You're on your own path. Nobody can tell you how to live. Nobody can tell you this path is wrong. Nobody can tell you you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that, unless you allow them to. If you allow them to, then go ahead. If you want them to live your life, go ahead. There's always going to be people that don't understand your path, but you got to, at the same time, you know, understand that in life, you have to do what's right for you. If you don't do what's right for you, then hey, I don't know what you're doing. Like, I really don't. If you don't do what's right for you, I don't know what you're doing. I don't. Straight up. Like, you gotta live life for you. Nobody, when you die, your parents is not coming with you. They either they passed away or either that happened or they in their own casket. That's it. Everybody has their own casket. Everybody has their own birth. You wasn't born when your parents were born. You wasn't born when the older generation was born. You're not gonna be born when a new generation is born after you. You're gonna be passed away. So you gotta live life to the fullest. You gotta live your life in a growing mindset. You have to experience life, various things, different cultures, different countries, different music, different vibes, different people, different ethnicities. You can't be in a box. If you in a box, you always gonna be in that box. But until you step outside the box and do something different, you're not gonna experience life. You always gonna say, I wish I could have did this. I wish I could have did that. I wish I could be here. I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. No. If you want to grow, grow. If you don't, you won't. You know what I mean? So, that's all I got for y'all for this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff for me. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. And I'm out, man. Alright? Energy.